Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, where we bring you practical tips to help seniors and those who love them stay safe, connected, and empowered. I'm your host, Robin Schultz, and today we're serving up a special holiday episode, Turkey, Trimmings, and Triggers, Dementia-Friendly Holidays. Whether holidays fill you with anticipation or a little bit of dread, this time of year can be especially challenging and meaningful when dementia is part of the family. Today we're going to dig into how to make the season warm, safe, and memorable for loved ones with dementia and for everyone who gathers around the table. So pull up a chair and let's get started. Holidays aren't just about turkey and stuffing, twinkling lights, or the perfect gift. They're about connection, being together with the people who matter most, reminiscing, sharing laughs, and building new memories. But for families living with dementia, that Norman Rockwell vision can be tough to achieve. Dementia changes the way the world is experienced. Loud noises, busy rooms, and even long-lost family recipes may suddenly feel overwhelming or confusing. For caregivers, there's pressure to keep traditions alive while adapting to new realities. Before we talk turkey, literally, let's break down what can make holiday gatherings tricky and what can transform them into times of true joy. The holidays are full of trimmings, and that means more than just gravy and cranberry sauce. There are new sights and sounds and tastes and different routines, and all of these changes, even if they're happy ones, can become triggers for agitation or confusion for someone with dementia. Common holiday triggers include crowds and noisy gatherings, unfamiliar decorations or rearranged furniture, flashing lights, loud music, changes to daily routines like meal times, naps, and bedtime, disrupted dietary patterns or new foods, and emotional triggers from memories of loved ones who are no longer present. Imagine walking into a house that once felt like home, but suddenly everything is off. The smells are different, the faces are not as familiar, conversations seem to swirl around too fast to catch. That's how the holidays can feel for many with dementia. It's not just stressful, it can also be frightening. One of the best presents that you can give a loved one with dementia is the gift of familiarity. Keep things around the holidays as routine and recognizable as possible. Stick with routines. Serve meals at the same time and prepare dishes that are favorite and are easy to eat. Maintain familiar spaces. Try not to drastically rearrange the furniture or add a whole bunch of decorations that might confuse or trip your loved ones. And limit surprises. If Aunt Martha always wears red, let her know that a familiar outfit can be comforting to someone who struggles with recognition. Traditional activities can often be adapted for different ability levels. If making a gingerbread house is too complicated, maybe decorating simple sugar cookies together is just the thing. When it comes to holiday gatherings, remember that bigger is not always better. Large crowds and loud parties can overwhelm someone with dementia, leading to anxiety and even to wandering. For the holidays, think about quality over quantity. Keep a guest list small. Celebrate with a handful of familiar faces at a time, or stagger guests throughout the day. Choose the right timing. Hold celebrations during the time of day when your loved one is most alert. For many, that's earlier in the day before sundowning symptoms kick in. And create a quiet retreat. Designate a cozy, quiet room where your loved one can rest or recharge. Here are some decoration do's and don'ts. While it's tempting to go all out with blinking lights, scented candles, and fancy centerpieces, for someone with dementia, less can be more. Avoid overstimulation. Skip decorations that blink and make noise or can be mistaken for something else, like fake fruit. Make it safe. Ensure that walkways are clear, rugs are not slippery, and there are no cords to trip over. And highlight favorites. Familiar ornaments, heirloom stockings, or handmade crafts from years past can be comforting while reinforcing cherished memories. Now let's talk about the holiday table. Nothing says holiday like a shared meal, but for people with dementia, the table can be a minefield. There are strange smells, unfamiliar foods, utensils that might suddenly become tricky to use. So here's how to make it easier for them. Serve familiar dishes. Stick to tried and true recipes. Avoid introducing too many new flavors at once. Use finger foods. Sliced turkey, dinner rolls, or fruit kebabs can be easier for someone to manage than a full plate, especially if they have problems using utensils. And keep in mind dietary needs. Textures, allergies, sodium, all these things count, so ask in advance and be prepared with backup snacks. Involve your loved one in food prep where possible. Maybe they can snap green beans or shape cookie dough. Focus on the joy of the process, not perfection. And how about meaningful moments and engaging without stress? I mean, after all, the holidays are not about doing everything. It's really about doing the things that matter together. So use simple and engaging activities. Play or sing along with favorite holiday music. Look through photo albums. Watch a beloved holiday movie or classic TV special. Decorate a small tree or a table centerpiece. And reminisce about past holidays, because sometimes a story repeated for the 5th time really does bring joy and connection. If a loved one gets upset or agitated, try redirecting with gentle distraction. Can you help me with the napkins, Grandma? Would you like to hear some music, Dad? Sometimes laughter truly is the best medicine. Guests, especially those who don't see your loved one regularly, will probably need a little guidance. Here's how to help everyone make the day dementia-friendly. First, be sure you share the situation. Let guests know about changes in mood or ability. Share tips like, Mom does better if you introduce yourself each time you speak with her. Patience is the key. Let conversations flow naturally. Don't correct the person or argue about details. And it can be helpful to assign a buddy and designate a family member who will check in and provide support to the person through the event. Remember that a sense of belonging is the best holiday gift you can give. Holidays can be bittersweet, especially if the absence of old traditions or loved ones feels painfully present. For caregivers, frustration and guilt can bubble up. For someone with dementia, there can be confusion, sadness, and even anger. Here are some suggestions. Acknowledge feelings. It's okay to grieve or miss the way things used to be. Share stories, tears and laughter openly. Embrace new traditions. Replace the annual all-night party with a cozy brunch, a quiet walk, or a video call with distant relatives. Celebrate little wins. Maybe it's a smile during a favorite carol or a hand squeeze during the saying of grace. If something goes wrong, such as the turkey's too dry or Dad gets frustrated, remember it's the love that counts, not the Instagram-worthy moments. During these celebrations, safety is paramount, so here is a holiday checklist. First, secure the home. Make sure doors and windows are locked and hide keys if wandering is an issue for your loved one. Staff the party by having someone responsible for staying close to your loved one so you can relax a little bit too. And then there's alcohol awareness. might be a good idea to skip or limit alcohol because it can worsen confusion and agitation. If outings or visits are not possible, bring the holidays in. Share virtual meals, send recorded holiday messages, or have a doorstep carol sing-along. Now, how about giving yourself the gift of self-compassion? Let's face it, caring for someone with dementia isn't only a seasonal responsibility, but the holidays can be wonderful and a whole lot of exhaustion for you. So advocate for yourself. Ask for help. Be honest about what you can and cannot do this holiday season. Prioritize your rest. Don't try to recreate every tradition. Rest when you can and tap into resources such as family, friends, or community. Celebrate small successes. If you made it through Thanksgiving without crying, or you managed 10 minutes of laughter amid the chaos, that is a win. Remember that you deserve support and cheer too. So this holiday season, turkey, trimmings, and triggers don't have to mean stress and struggle. By keeping things simple and familiar and focused on what matters, the connection, not perfection, we can create new memories that thrive even in the face of change. To everyone listening, from our families to yours, may your holidays be safe, dementia-friendly, and filled with love. If you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Check our show notes at seniorsafetyadvice.com for resources and tips on hosting your own dementia-friendly holiday. I'm your host, Robin Schultz, wishing you a season of comfort, joy, and connection from myself and Esther from Senior Safety Advice. Until the next episode, take care. Bye-bye.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.